Because I'm going to take the more stoic side on this, where it's more of a power to control these people and to build the illusion. Because the theory is most people don't understand anything in life. So when these people rise up, right, they're all ignorant and they're all following this leader. Doesn't matter how much love or power, love that they're giving out, right? They're still building some kind of illusion around them.
So, okay,
there's a lot to unpack.
I know there's a lot of thoughts there, and I definitely understand your concerns about power being abused or power being used as a control structure in order to intimidate or subjugate people. That is definitely a risk with power that we always run into, because that's where there is a saying that with great power comes great responsibility. And traditionally,
power corrupts.
Right. Traditionally, power has known to corrupt. Like most people in powerful positions have abused their power, and it can easily. So, the corruption part could also be explained by the phrase that power reveals. So when a person has some corruption inside, and when he's given power, the power reveals what lies within. And I think it's again it depends on who we give the power to. So if a person has good intentions and has access to power, I think they would do something good with it. And when a person has egoistic intentions, has malevolent intentions, or self-centered, and then when that person is thrust upon a pedestal, definitely he or she is gonna abuse the power. Because and that's so this is why how do we give people power? How do we make sure that who we put up in the right roles and responsibilities?
So there's two things I'm thinking in my head. It's not that I disagree with stuff. I can always see both point of views, right? But I want to go with the how do we give out power, right? And I guess we'll bring it back to the question. What is power? Power is the freedom of your mind, right? So when you are free, you can never be enslaved. Right? When you are in control of your reaction to the world, right? You have the power, no matter what goes around you, right? So how do you give power? The power starts from yourself. Well, I think this is where. I said there's so many ways I could go. I chose to go this way first because there's another way I wanted to go, but I won't go there right now. But I think in the end that's what happens with people, right? The power that we give these people, they're not free themselves, right? So they end up being highly egotistic, and they have their own reality and illusion that they build around them and that they spread. Their energy maybe is stronger than other people's energy, right? And then they build. That's why we get certain types of regimes in life, right? So people, how does the average person get power? I think it's just freedom of yourself.
Okay, so yeah, for an average person, power.
I brought it back to the average person.
So. Right. Thank you for making it easy for me. For an average person, power is like having the ability to not react, to the surroundings, just like you said.
I'll disagree with not reacting. Not reacting could be a thing. I think it's more control your reaction. You have the ability to control how you react to it. And of course, not reacting is a control as well. But I'm just saying how you react. So if you choose to react angrily, that is your choice, and you chose to do that, right? It's not them controlling you. So it always comes back to this control.
So you're saying that there's always going to be a reaction. So because we are humans, and then with the right, when someone is exercising their real power, they can choose to how to react.
Yes.
There
we go. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Good. That's good. Yeah. I agree on that. I'm agreeing a lot with you today.
Well, we both can agree
Yeah.
to a certain extent because we're
Right,
both right to a
right.
certain extent. It's just how it's just comes down to the final details, right?
Right, yeah. So for an average person, definitely there are different ways in which a person can can develop the muscle of equanimity.
Mm.
Is that the word? Equanimity to be to see things to see both the good and bad in things, and not to get overly emotionally invested in one thing, or in one way or the other. Like this path is the right or that path is the right. Like no, there can be like a middle ground. And even with people, that's like nobody is not just to like label someone as, oh, he's evil, or she's a saint. Like no, like there can be, everyone has both, and the ability to discern, to see, and be to be neutral as much as possible, and to see the good in everything.
See, I could go off on that too. I don't want to keep this short, but we'll make another video on this because I
Sure.
think because my other point I wanted to get off is power has to coincide with evil. But I mean that's another. I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, can you repeat it? Power has to
Coincide with like
coincide with evil.
Evil.
With evil. Okay.
you have to have the capability to do evil to hold the power.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know how much time. I don't want to get too much in that because I think it's a lot for. Trust me, it's a lot for many
Okay.
people.
Okay.
So I'll give you one more thing. What is power? If you had one word to describe it, go.
I would say autonomy.
Autonomy. I'll just use the word control. We're pretty much on the same brainwave for this one. But like I said, this is how we would usually debate. We would actually go much more deeper. We come back to points, we'll go off points, but in the end, we're not angry at each other. It's what most Jews would consider a decent debate, right? And we would get to the bottom of new ideas.
Right.
But right now we don't have enough time to get to the bottom of a new idea, but I'm sure we would have clawed through something. Would have clawed through all our history, would have went through many things. So, this is Richard. Hopefully we can bring him back for some more things. Maybe we'll even do some mock Jewish traditions. I think that's we can show some mock stuff,
Yeah.
right? I'm sure they do love. We all love to show off some, how we pray and what we should do and why. That's always a good thing. And
I'm all for sharing knowledge with people. I'm all for yes. So we're all one big family, at the end of the day.
we try to be.
We try to be.
And so if you like to see the not to hear my wife every now and again, we can you can listen to Richard once in a while. But of course we'll go back. All right, guys. 再见.